Good morning. Welcome to day 21 of 31 days of mindfulness meditation. We are 21 days in, so hopefully you are starting to feel more grounded in your practice. It takes 21 days to form a habit, so hopefully this 31 days is starting to feel like habit and ritual of coming back home to self. Today's focus is going to be oneness. And I chose oneness because really the word that I woke up with today was aloneness. But I think um, the perception on aloneness or loneliness can be, I guess, a little daunting. But really, I think aloneness brings us deeper into oneness and deeper into relationship within ourselves, and therefore, we are able to be more vulnerable and engage in deep relationship with others. So today is oneness. So whenever you're ready, get comfortable. You can do this meditation lying down or sitting up, whichever feels right for you. If you're doing this as a walking meditation or you're doing things that is okay, just try not to get too relaxed to where, you're not able to do both. I like to keep these as walking meditations as well because they're really just mindfulness to bring us back into our awareness. So these aren't necessarily guided meditations in the way of trying to guide you to a place. It's more so for you to become aware, um, and therefore guide yourself in the conversation about aloneness or oneness. I think meditation is one of the greatest practices that can teach us how to be alone because um, regardless of how many people you can sit in meditation with, no matter even as someone who facilitates, no matter how many people join or are in my meditations with me, it's still about me. It's still about me sharing my meditation and allowing whatever comes to flow. It's still about me and it's still about you. And so I think meditation is one of the greatest ways we can practice solitude and aloneness, um, while also inviting others to join us. So, whenever you're ready, I keep saying I'm gonna turn off these comments, but I always forget. Whenever you're ready, close your eyes and get comfortable and tune into your breath. Taking a few deep inhales and exhales. With each breath, feeling your body get a little more relaxed. releasing any tension you feel in your body, releasing the tension from your hips, your shoulders, your jaw, your forehead, your eyebrows, relaxing your ears, your neck, and just continue breathing, bringing your awareness to your inhale and your exhale. Being in solitude, being in stillness. This is the practice of being with oneself, sitting within side of yourself, allowing what's inside to be exposed and explored. So often we are seeking relationship outside of ourselves. But this is one of the greatest teachers of relationship right here in meditation. How we can deepen our relationship with self. And that in itself will teach us so much about being in relationship with others. How to listen without the need to speak or be heard. How to identify emotions. How to self-regulate through difficult emotions. How to sit with the discomfort of vulnerability. How we can learn all of that through something as simple as breathing. Something as simple as sitting in meditation. We can learn how to release control, how to surrender and be in submission with another. To come into acceptance that we only have control over where we direct our energy and our focus. That's really it. We like to think we only have control over ourselves, but do we? Can you control the thoughts that come up in meditation? Or do we have to just allow them? Allow them to flow. Allow them to be present. Because the moment we reject the thought, the moment we try to push it away, the more the thoughts come. And so meditation teaches us to allow the thoughts and the experiences to come without giving it our attention or our energy. That we do have control over. That is where we exercise our free will, is how we utilize our energy. What do we say yes to? Whenever you're ready, begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Bring your awareness back to your body, back to your breath, back to the space you're in. And I will pull a card for us for today to end the meditation. Something I did want to share in regards to oneness and meditation being about you. It's an individual practice, no matter who may partake in it with you. It's a practice of solitude, and the practice itself can teach us so much about being in a relationship with others, because you have to release the control of other people and what they do, what they think, what they feel, what they perceive. That you really have no control. You can only invite them into your experience, and they can only invite you into theirs. And no one can center you into their world, and how it's actually a deeply selfish thing for you to ask, of like, to be the center of somebody's world and life, would have to ask them to disregard themselves in a way that is unnatural, in a way that would want them to not care and love themselves the way you're asking them to care and love for you. And I think the way that we're taught about relationships kind of allude to, like, you should want somebody to be the center of your or for you to be the center of their life, and vice versa. And I think that's how we get so unhappy in relationships, of thinking or expecting to be someone's everything, and then trying to make them the everything of our lives also just complicates things, because the reality is no one is thinking of you in the ways that you think of you. Like, think of all the ways that you think of, like, what you have to do, what you want, what you dream of and desire, what you want to improve. Even if there's somebody in your life that you love and you want to be with and you care so much about, you're not thinking about them as much as you're thinking about yourself. And that's just the reality of it. And I think the more that we come into acceptance that, like, oh, this life is about me, and not in a selfish, self-deprecating way of like, none of you matter, but in a way of like, what I need and want matters, and it's actually what I'm here for. This is actually what I'm here to accomplish, and that I can just invite people into my experience and to assist me with this, but I have to be my focus, and they have to be their focus. I think as a liberating thing, because then the expectations and the need to control other people then gets to be um, released as well. So today's card, we have Sahasrara. I think that's how you pronounce that. I could be butchering it. I have no idea. So, um, but I'm gonna read it from the book anyway. Okay. This is fitting for oneness. We have the word I cannot pronounce, but crown chakra. You may have noticed intuitive rushes of creative wisdom channeling through you, lighting up your every cell. That is called a download, and it is a message from the divine selected to come to you because you have the potential to birth it on this planet. These downloads occur when the crown chakra is open, which may only be a few seconds, but is enough to illuminate a path that you never knew possible. Find what brings you to these channeling states and bring yourself there as much as possible. Whether it's through meditation, walking in nature, singing, or writing, the absence of the mind allows the genius of the divine. Those intuitive hits choose you. Now it is your time to bring them to life. um, I love this because the crown chakra talks about collective consciousness and being in oneness, which is why I think it's so fitting. But as you heard in the description, it's all about you. To get to that channeling state, to get to the meditative state, to hear God, to commune with God, to receive the downloads, you have to get into whatever you do that gets you into that space. Now, it may be meditation, it may be yoga, it may be walking in the park, it may be cooking, it may be art. Whatever it is that you do that brings you into that space is unique to you, but it's a practice of you. It's a practice of what works for you. And then I'm gonna read the reverse. It says, have you been feeling lost and creatively blocked as if everyone else knows what they are doing, but you can't even choose the next step? This is because your crown chakra has been blocked. You must realize that you are always tapped into universal energy. It is your free thinking mind that often overrides the innate wisdom and makes you lose sight of your own. The universe is sending you messages through pebbles that later turn into boulders. It's time for you to plug back into the universe you came from. Take a social media break and use that time to be in silence. Become mindful of all that you do and let go of all unnecessary possessions, beliefs, and relationships. Study your ancestors and learn from your mistakes. Follow your curiosities and have faith in the future. This will pave the path back to the divine. So basically, tap back into you is the message for in reverse. So for both, it is a focus on you and a focus on minding your own experience, which is also what I call these meditations, is like a practice of minding your own experience, of minding what's happening in uh, within yourself and externally. So that is all for today. Today is day 21, which, like I said in the beginning, hopefully whoever has been following these from day one feel a little more grounded in their practice, and it's starting to feel more like habit. And I will be back tomorrow for day 22. We have 10 more days. Bye, y'all.